So if we're talking about some of the most insane, most ridiculous changes that Mojang have released in any capacity, this has to be on the top of that list. Okay, so I'm riding on a Happy Ghast. I'm holding on to 6 villagers and 3 boats, and connected to those boats, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats, all leashed up, forming a train of villagers. Welcome to snapshot 25W16A. Once I ascend enough, you can see those boats that are linked up in a chain of leashes ascend with me and create a pendulum of boats, and all of them can be transported, albeit very slowly, but you can see that they have the correct level of momentum. This is cannot believe this is... I'm not even scratching the surface here. This gets crazy complicated, but this is, in fact, what Mojang intends for this to be used. So I'm gonna grab myself some shears. I'm going to shear the ghast right underneath me and watch what happens. The leash has been disconnected, and that meant all of the villagers would fall from the sky, and they're still connected, but they're no longer connected to the Happy Ghast. Okay, so this is Minecraft Snapshot 25W16A. So this features a whole boatload, no pun intended, of leash changes. Leashes are now rendered twice as thick. That's completely fine. Leashes can now be used to leash 2 mobs together. Yeah, you read that right. You can leash 2 mobs together. Now, I literally just ended stream and I attempted a lot of these different combinations of leashing mobs, but there are so many spawn eggs here and I could not even begin to tackle all of them. Now, you cannot leash hostile mobs in survival mode, but with commands you can do that, and that creates some of the most intriguing effects. So nothing too wild and wacky to begin with, but let's spawn the cat, we can leash the cat, and let's spawn a mule, and we can leash the mule. So nothing too extreme here. You are now leashing these 2 mobs, you are controlling them. However, let's say you wanted to leash the mule to the cat, and you wanted the cat to carry around the mule. So what you need to do is get rid of this leash from the cat, and you would shift right click to do it. And that's what happens. Now the cat is carrying the mule around. So the second mob you click becomes the leader. And so you can see this mule no longer has a pathfinding AI. That mule is not moving anymore. The cat is the primary controller now, so wherever the cat goes, the mule will go. Now you can get really, really fancy with these. I don't recommend it. Let's replace the mule with a cow. So here's the cat, here's the cow. Again, if you want the cat to control the cow, you will do this and then feed it to the cat. And now the cat is gonna control this cow. If I grab some wheat and I wanted to, let's say, try to get the cow to follow me. He wants it. He's still looking at me. No, it's getting dragged around, I'm afraid. Let's get a second cow in here. Let's also leash that to the cat. And now we have this cat dragging these 2 cows along. I'm pretty sure I can still breed them. There we go. And now we'll do this too. It's a very strong cat we've got here. These guys don't even know what's happening. All right, so now we can do this. Let's put the pig down. We can drag this cat through this pig. And so now if I hold a potato, this pig is in control. And this cat is no longer really in control anymore. This is how you create a train of mobs now, guys. This is exactly what Mojang wants you to do. Now you can get really funky with this. Let's spawn a creeper and let's spawn a cat once again. This creeper doesn't like this cat. Now, unfortunately, you cannot leash creepers in this game. Yeah, because it's hostile. So in order to do this, you need to manipulate the leash tag. So first of all, you gotta make sure that these 2 mobs are close enough together, because otherwise the leash will break immediately. So in this situation, we want to make the cat's leash UID set to the owner, which is the creeper. Gotta be 12 blocks. The creeper's gonna run away still. All right, let's do that. Nice. Okay, so now we've got the creeper. He's running. We've got the creeper controlling the cat. The creeper's gonna run away, which drags the cat along. But since this distance is way too close, the creeper will continue to run away forever. I find this line really interesting. You now cannot leash anything to itself. This is not true. Although I don't even know how to begin to fathom what that actually means. You can utilize tick freeze to create the perfect scenario that you want. So let's say I wanted to have a creeper, cat, and I want to line them up in this formation. If you run this command, nothing will actually happen. Except if you walk inside the creeper, you can see there is a leash on itself. I don't actually know what that achieves, but they're grabbing themselves. All right, let's just get rid of them. They're actually slowly dashing from that cat, but we will need a distance modifier here, like 1 block. So now what we have here is a very strange scenario where these 2 creepers are leashing each other, and this second creeper is leashing this cat. So let's see what happens. Nothing. And you can see that the moment I incorporate another creeper who's controlling this creeper now, this creeper no longer runs away from the cat because its entire AI is just completely dismissed. Some other interesting behaviors to note is, of course, the wolf and the sheep. And the sheep is dead. You can leash a wolf when it's not angry. You can see that I can leash it right now. However, the moment it's angry, you can't. Not possible. You have to wait until it's killed that sheep, and then you can leash it. So one thing you can do here is summon that sheep, and then you can tie it up. So now this sheep is presumably controlling the wolf. This wolf will still get angry though. So clearly some AI is not overridden. So obviously with this entire concept, you can leash salmon or fish and dolphins for that matter. So you tag all the salmon here, grabbing the leash UID from the player. So now you have all 3 of these salmon leashed, and you can take them right out of the water. But I'm not inhumane, so I will put them back in the water. Alright, let's leash some villagers now. I had reservations doing this, but Mojang's allowing this to happen. I mean, come on, if you're gonna have a tagline, moving villagers have never been easier, you're just asking for it. So let's say I had a line of like 10, and you want one to lead the other, and so on and so forth until you reach the back of the line. I suggest you tag each one, so you can call this guy villager number 1. This will be villager number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these villagers have now been tagged from 1 to 10. Let's see how this goes. And there we have it. Looks like each one is being leashed onto correctly. You can see that it does locate the arm here and locates the eyebrows. And let's see what happens. He's walking towards something. There's probably a composter there. So I can't grab onto this guy in survival mode because he's not in a boat, but I can put him inside a boat, and that's how it's supposed to work. However, there is no need for a boat if you use UID into my own hands. And now I can lead him anywhere I want. There is no proximity issue here because they're leading onto each other. This guy is pretty far away, but I don't need him to be there. I can carry them all up if I wanted to. It's a string of villagers. I love the momentum that's calculated here. It's perfect. I wish I won't kill him if I slowly descend, right? Nothing I can do. I mean, I could put them in water, but I won't. I'll heal them. Wait, where's your straw hat go? All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to connect this guy to this guy, and it'll create an infinite loop, which will disable all of their AI. So villager number 1 will now be tacked on to villager number 10. So they're all leashed onto each other. There's nothing they can do. They will no longer move at all. So if I set it to nighttime and I spawn a zombie, they don't flee. Because they can't. Alright, so I've got this zombie villager now at the back. He can't infect him because he's being dragged by him. He's controlling his AI, so he can't do anything about it. So how does flight work? There are quite a few mobs here that can fly. Blazes can fly, allays can fly, breezes can fly. There is only one mob here that I'm comfortable trying out, and that happens to be the Phantom. That's fine. He's trying to sleep. The one most annoying mob in the game. So we'll put this guy down, another villager, and we will spawn a phantom. So to trigger the flying loop, I just have to be in survival mode, and this guy will hit me, fly high up in the sky, and then come back. And this will work very well. So this phantom is going to grab this villager, take him high up into the sky. He's gonna have a fun ride, this man. Survival. So now he's gonna locate me. There we go. And now he goes to the sky. All right, he's gonna descend slowly because the phantom is really kind. And now he's gonna go back and he'll rise up again. Only a little bit this time. He's being dragged by the nose. Got another guy down. He just dropped back down. There we go. Go fly. Hey, how? Come on. Yeah. Oh, instead of grabbing 3 or 4 villagers in a line, imagine grabbing 100 of them. And we're gonna get this phantom to leash every single one of these villagers. Let's run the game. Yep. Hit me. And now fly. Fly. It's too heavy. It's too heavy for him. He's... Whoa. It's like, it's not even impeded by the amount of weight that's carrying on its back. So this is what we're gonna do now. We will run. And we'll keep the phantom in sight. I think it starts zooming towards us at some point. Like this. And the moment it zooms towards us, we will just effectively accelerate away like right now. How high can we take these villagers? We're about to surpass build height, and now we have... So these guys should despawn, but they're not despawning. We're at 700 now. Anyway, I was gonna talk about the happy ghast, but y'all know what you can do. To the point where I'm now taking these villagers sky high, and they're not even aware of what's happening. Anyway, I would ask you guys to subscribe. Oh, wait. Oh Oh no. No, 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 no. No! Ah! Coming in hot. I am not fast enough. How do I increase my fall momentum? Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're dead, aren't they? I've killed them all. What have I done?